Week 7. Let's get the week 6 recap rolling. So we're 23, 19, and 4. We are positive 0.9 units, so at a slow pace this year. But sometimes it just be like that. We had the Jets push at +3. We had the Bengals -3 hit. We had Ravens -6. That was a hit. We had Jaguars +3. That was a miss. Jaguars are terrible. And then we had New Orleans +7, which was also a miss. So a nice little 2-2-1 week. But I think we had a little bit of positivity on that because we had some money in the right place, let's say. But yeah, not a bad week. Not a bad week. Excited to get it this week. We just got to get rolling and get these units building up week through week. But you want to go ahead and get us started on this week's games, brother? Group chats, man. Easy. Take the juice. Absolutely. Right. Returning. And also, wait, we can't hear Troy. Uh-oh. 1 second, boys. We can fix that. Good call there, Joe. Good call there, buddy. Talk real quick, Troy.
This is not good for a live show.
There we go.
Oh, God. You missed I had the great,
you had a great intro and everything.
Great intro there. Great explanation.
The word live and everything. Gosh.
What I was saying, we're taking the Broncos money line. The reasons are the Broncos defense, they blitz more than anybody in the league. And when you have Spencer Rattler back there, he's not good against pressure. We saw that in college. We saw that last week when he got pressured. The Broncos blitz more than the Vikings do, and the Vikings blitz a ton, so that should tell you something. Also, Sean Payton going back to New Orleans. That's a coaching mismatch if I've ever seen one. The New Orleans coach, what's his name? Give it to me, Colm. I can't think of it.
Dennis Allen.
Thank you. Terrible. Give me Sean Payton. Give me Bo Nix. Give me the Broncos defense. Broncos money line. We're all over it.
Love it. Yeah, I'm and kind of like what I said until we figured out. Appreciate that, Joe. Appreciate the feedback there. Well, don't know what we'd do without you. We'd probably have a Troy muted the whole episode. But yeah, him returning to a dome that he's familiar with. You got to realize like the legacy and stuff that he's coming home to. They're probably gonna honor him before the game or at halftime. Because you got to remember this is the start. This is the coach that won a Super Bowl here during Katrina. So this guy is, he is a legendary human.
He didn't win it. The Katrina was like 4 years later. Let's not.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
Buddy. Joseph, go ahead and give me a Google search. Katrina 05 Super Bowl win for the Saints 09.
Yeah. Not 5 years though. I
said 4. I said 4.
It's 2008 season, so really 3.
No,
but come on, man. He won a Super Bowl.
They won in 09. Am I wrong on that?
No, you are right. That's what I'm saying. But that's not 5 years. It's 4 years, and it's 2008.
I said 4. Roll the tape back.
That's my bad. Hey, hands up accountability. But no, the whole point is he knows how to win in this stadium. He's done it many, many times. Yeah, give me Broncos. This is an easy one. Get us on to the next game.
All right, we'll move to this disgusting game in London. Still don't understand why we play games in London. Those liberal fucks over there. Patriots at the Jaguars. Sorry, that was bad.
Hey, we made it out the 5-minute mark before the first F
We're
word,
good,
though,
right?
so
We're good.
That's good. That's good.
Patriots at the Jaguars. I guess you can call it at the Jaguars. They play over there every year. Jags -6 right now. I mean, this game's not good. If I had to lean any way, I would lean Patriots plus the points. Ton of points for a bad Jaguars football team. And I think Drake May, he showed some good signs last week. So I would lean that way, but definitely not touching this game.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I'm not touching this game. I think Drake May showed some promise. And they actually could push the ball down the field last week. So look for some Patriots plays in the future if he can kind of limit his turnovers, because obviously we're seeing what's happening in Tennessee right now when you can't limit your turnovers and you have a lot of talent. So as long as he can limit those turnovers, not have a bad interception like he did last week, and just take care of the ball, I could see him being a really good quarterback in the NFL. But still don't love the whole sitting him the first half of the season, starting him the second half. I don't love it, but I think if he had a full year under his belt of sitting and just had all that confidence and ready to play in second year, I think he would have been a much better, successful quarterback. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, don't have anything on this game. Don't have anything on this game. Yeah, exactly. Literally, what do I know? I just hop on this YouTube channel and make picks every week. I don't know shit when it comes to fucking player development. Let's just say that.
Well, on that note, we'll move on. So we'll go to Sunday 1:00 slate. Titans at the Bills. Listen, Buffalo's a 9-point favorite here. I think that number is just way too big in an NFL game in all. I mean,
we saw the Browns last week.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I think this year favorites of over 7 points are all undefeated, maybe one and something crazy.
Right.
So we won't be touching this game because we don't trust Will Levis. I think we have the Titans and Will Levis on a no bet list, but
Jesus, has he screwed us.
Would definitely lean Titans here. The Titans have a good defense too. So you have Amari Cooper coming in for the Bills after the trade, so he has to get accustomed there. I think there's going to be a little bit of hiccups in the offense. And the Titans have a really good run defense, and the Bills like to run the ball this year. So I would lean Titans. Not going to take it though.
Yeah, I agree. I'm right there with you. I think we've talked about the Titans and how much money we've lost on them this year. Let's just say if we didn't take a lot of our Titans bet, that green number would be a lot bigger. So, yeah, not touching this game, but I'm kind of with you. I lean Titans, but not putting any money on them. They're kind of in my Panthers tier of betting right now, so I'm gonna stay off of that one.
Great. So we'll move on. Texans at the Packers in Lambeau. Green Bay is a 2.5-point favorite, so basically a pick 'em if this was in a neutral site field. I mean, toss-up game here, boys. I don't like it at all. If anything, I'm going to lean to that over. I think both these offenses are really good, but kind of one of those games you just kind of want to sit back and watch. I don't really see much value in that line.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, we can keep it short on this game. I don't.
Christian,
really
are you high?
No, I'm tired. I have a son, Troy. I have to take. Some of us don't get to get off work at 3:00 and go golfing. Let's just say. All right, so
someone's got to do it. Might as well be me.
But to be honest with you, I didn't even hear what game you were talking about. So,
Texans at the Packers.
Oh yeah. Give me Packers -3 all day.
Well, it's at 2.5, so we'll take that instead.
Yeah, I'll take -2.5, -3, -6.5, whatever you want to give me. I'll take it. Packers is going to be a blowout spot. Watch and see. I don't think the Texans are as good as everyone thinks they are. So yeah, give me the.
So are we? Is that a bet for us here, Colm? Are we making that a bet?
That's been a bet, brother.
Is that? I know, but I see that it was that you like it, but are we making that an ATS bet?
Yeah, give me the -2.5.
All right.
Yep.
Trust you on that one.
Love it. On to the next one.
All right. So Eagles. Ugh, bless me. Eagles at the
Bless you,
Giants.
bless you.
Giants are a 3-point underdog as we speak at the house. Um, I mean, I don't know if y'all have watched the same Eagles team I have this year, but getting 3 points on the road, I think the Giants are a much improved football team. I think they played solid football this year. I really, really, really like the Giants plus 3.5. I think it was at 3.5 earlier, but um, I think Malik Neighbors is coming back as well off of that concussion. And I like what Daniel Jones has done with that offense this year. He's played a lot better after I think week one when he was getting booed and the fans were waiting outside of the damn dressing room to talk shit to him. So, Colm, I think we might be adding Giants here as a play. Not official yet, but it might be something we dabble in. I'm really
Yeah,
feeling a liking to it. I think they're going to be more prepared. I think DeBall's the better head coach,
yeah.
and the Eagles just aren't the same.
I agree. I agree with all those statements. The only thing that scares me is this is the second week of AJ Brown and Devontae Smith being back, and also
Yeah, it's a good point.
it's going to be an ugly divisional game. So just those divisional games, they're going to be close. It's a coin toss when it comes to like those spreads like that. It could be
Hmm.
a 6 point game, could be a 3 point game. But yeah, I don't know, man. The Eagles scare me. I hate betting against the Eagles because they're so talented. But they just like for some reason they just like they look like shit. Like they just look terrible. So I don't know, man.
They do.
And then also the last week of the way they played against the Browns, they won, but they didn't really feel like they won. They might be going into this game feeling like they have to prove something in this divisional game. But I don't know. Like you said, it's a on the road favorite, which usually you just want to fade the shit out of that. So yeah, I might be with you on the Giants. I would like to see this line movement a little bit more. I don't think it's gonna move, but if it does, that'll be a telltale sign of which way we go, I feel.
Well, it did. It went down. It went from 3.5 to 3.
Yeah, which
So we
means
kind of
there's
missed
some
that hook.
but that's good for us because that means there's some money coming in on the Giants.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. So going to this is the game of the week right here, in my opinion. Lions
Oh
at
yeah,
the Vikings. The Vikings are a 1.5 point favorite at the house. Total's 50.5. Um, Aiden Hutchinson, best player on that team, is out for the year, obviously after last week. I don't think if they don't rush Sam Darnold, I think he's gonna do what he's done all year.
yeah,
I like the Vikings. I know you like the Lions, so we're not playing it.
right.
But I mean, if anything, that 50.5 is high. Like that is high
Yeah, but I mean, you got to
for a divisional
realize.
game. Come on, 50.5.
Yeah, but you got to realize the receivers that are in this game. I mean, you got some firepower on the receivers, and then you got one team that blitzes a lot, and then you have one team that doesn't have a pass rush. So I feel like the ball's gonna be like the Lions are gonna be forced to throw because the Vikings are gonna be blitzing, and then also the Lions don't have a pass rush. So I feel like Sam Darnold's gonna be able to sit back there and just kind of hit Justin Jefferson and hit Jordan Addison if he's still healthy. I don't know, man. Another scary one to me because everything's saying Lions, but it also makes me feel like it's a trap spot. Because like I feel like the Lions is such a public play. Like I feel like people are gonna be all over the Lions. They think the Vikings are gonna finally lose. Like 100%, the Lions is the public play. That's the only reason I really want to stay off of this game because I feel like Lions is the public play, and the public went kind of crazy last week. So I don't think the public plays are gonna be the move. Vegas needs to make their money this week. They lost a lot of money last week, so I don't know. This game scares the shit out of me.
I think the public had the best betting weekend of all time
All
last
time,
week.
yeah, literally all
It
time.
was
Like every single game,
crazy.
every single
It
game.
was insane. So I think personally I'm going to be on the Vikings, but
Yeah,
we'll revisit that. So I think his game of the week might be just a fun one to just sit down and watch. So
yeah, I
Seahawks
agree.
at the Falcons are next game in Atlanta at the Benz. Falcons 3 point favorite. Totals 51.5. I mean, I'm riding Kirk Cochains.
Yeah, I actually
I'm
lean.
riding Kirk Cochains. I think this needs to be a play for us.
Yeah, honestly, God, I love Falcons -3. Because the Seahawks defense is so bad. God,
I
man,
love
yeah,
the way that they run the football as well.
I know.
Some of their run blocking stuff they do is really
And
really
the
cool to watch.
secondary is so good, bro. Secondary is so good. If we could just get a pass rush, like, oh my god, that
They
team
need
would
to
be
go out there
insane.
and trade for somebody, a Max Crosby,
Hell no,
an
they know who it
Azeez
would be.
Ojulari,
Yeah, we need
wait,
Riddick. Hassan Riddick would be
Son.
the best
I got to go
option.
get one of those dudes, but I think they are a Super Bowl contender right now. I
Hmm.
think they can hang with anybody. And I like what I see out of Kirko and the boy. I mean, their offense is great. I mean, Bijan, Algier is balling too.
And Seahawks have looked pretty
London,
shit. They've
and
lost
then
what three
Mooney, dude.
straight?
Mooney's a beast.
Oh
I
yeah,
love him.
dude,
He's
Darnell
good.
Mooney and Ray Ray. Don't forget about Ray
Race
Ray.
third's not bad either. You
Yeah.
know what? Fuck it, dude. We're taking the Falcons -3.
All
Go ahead
right.
and lock that one in.
All right, add it. That scares the living shit out of me, but add it.
We're taking it. Can you add it for us?
Yeah, I got you. Get us on to the next game. I'll add it.
Yeah. So moving on, Bengals at the Browns. Bengals are a 5.5 point favorite on the road.
We're gonna buy it down to -2.5.
That's fine. Bengals at the Browns. I mean, this game is just the. I just don't like this game, Coleman. I just don't like it. 5.5 points on the road.
Yeah,
The Bengals
it's
offense is 10 times better than anything the Browns have.
seems like the Browns defense is kind of
Seems like
waking
a
up a
trap
little
game
bit.
though. It seems like a little trap for us. We're thinking Bengals here, but it seems like a little trap.
Yeah, it's an ugly number, man. 5.5 is
Is Chubb coming
gross.
back? Is this is this
No,
Chubb Nation back or is that
he,
next week?
I think it's gonna be next week. I think next
Oh, dude,
week.
he fired me up on that. They had some type of article that came out that I don't know. You got to go look at it. I don't remember who posted it, but it was something that he's like basically saying, I'm not into fancy gyms. I went right back to Cedartown in the high school gym, and that's where I went back and got to work. Like something that just fires you up, man.
Yeah,
The
he's the man, dude. He is the man. I love
dude's
Nick
just
Chubb.
an absolute beast.
I love Nick Chubb.
Imagine if we had somebody like that in the backfield for Georgia now, someone that just had that mindset.
We're soft
Would be
right now.
good. Would be good.
Probably. Speaking of, probably
So
gonna
we're
cook this
we're
one.
there's nothing really good about this Bengals Browns game. So we'll take it to the next one. Um, Dolphins at the Colts. Colts are a 3 point favorite at home. Totals 43.5. Two is not back, so I'm not betting the Dolphins. I can tell you that. Um, and then if Anthony Richardson's playing for the Colts, then I'm not betting the Colts. Now, if it's Joey Flacco, that's a different story.
Yeah, I know. There's rumors that there's a lot of money on the Dolphins this weekend. I don't know why. I won't. I will
Well,
not. I will not
I
be
don't care.
participating.
Well, if there's rumors and we're out.
Yeah, I will not be participating personally, but yeah, there's a lot of rumors that.
On a serious note, though, I think Joe Flacco is the better quarterback. The dude can still sling it if he has time to throw the ball. He throws it better than anybody in the NFL. He's one of those 2010 quarterbacks when the era of the quarterbacks where it was Joe Flacco, Peyton, Tom, Ben
This is the
Roethlisberger.
best Joe Flacco has looked
He won a
ever.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
with the
with
Ravens.
Ray Lewis and the best defense of all
Buddy,
time.
he went toe
Bruh,
for toe against
I'm
Tom.
telling you, coming from a Steelers fan who has watched the Steelers Ravens rivalry my entire
You
life,
realize Ray
Joey
Lewis, that was like
Flacco,
you realize that was his like last year
but
in
I'm
the league.
saying, but I know, but I'm saying the year that they won the Super Bowl, like
Joey Flacco balled out.
he played well, but I'm telling you, Joe Flacco for the remainder of his career was good for 2 picks a game. I'm telling you, this man threw interceptions like I'm telling you. If you look at his
I'm just
interception
telling
numbers in
you,
his career, it's
I like
crazy.
him better than AR back there for the Colts.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Joe Flacco is playing better now than he has in his entire career.
I disagree with that.
I agree. I disagree that I think
He's
these
just
past
he's
2
just a,
years he has been
he's just a
balling out.
freak with the arm talent, dude. And if he has time back there to throw it, he's just gonna pick you apart.
I'm telling you, bro. If you compare these Browns and Colts seasons to some of his Ravens seasons, majority of his Ravens seasons, he's playing better. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I've looked at the numbers, but yeah, Joe Flacco is obviously the better quarterback in that organization, but it's just you have to start AR. You have to start your young guy. So I'm not touching this game. It's an ugly game. Let's move on to the next one.
Well, this one's not that bad, not that good either. Panthers at Commanders. Commanders are an 8-point favorite. Total's 51.5. That's really high. Jesus Christ. Um, Damn. We're giving that much respect to the Panthers offense. 51.5.
Commanders' defense is pretty bad, and so is the
Yeah, but
Panthers'
I mean,
defense.
do
I
we
mean,
think
this
Andy
is
gonna
this is
go?
probably two of the worst, or they're in the bottom five. Both these defenses are bottom five for sure. That's why.
Yeah, this is another stay away. 8 points is a lot with bad defense.
Yeah, and
I
you're
think
you're,
this
you're
is,
not betting against Jaden Daniels right now, but you're also not taking 8.5
but
from
you're
him.
also not taking that. You're not also not taking -8
A
with a
rookie
rookie quarterback.
quarterback. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
Yeah.
I don't I don't like. I think Jaden Daniels is in the MVP race though. I can tell you that
Yeah,
as a
for
rookie.
sure. I mean, who is in the
Um,
MVP? I know Derrick Henry, but like besides Derrick Henry, who's in that race right now? I mean,
well, unfortunately, the
Josh
media is
Allen.
gonna hype up Patrick Mahomes like he's in it.
There's
Dude
no
played
shot.
awful this year.
Jo-
Lamar Jackson's definitely in it. He's played well. Joe
Josh
Burrow's
Allen.
in it. Joe Burrow,
Josh Allen for sure.
Josh Allen, uh,
Trying to think of who else.
trying to think of some other dudes, but that's all I got off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll move on to the next game. Not really a game we want to dive into. In
Yeah.
this next game, this number's terrible.
Yeah.
Raiders
Oh.
at the Rams. Rams -7.
Ugh. Why? Like, cause they got their receivers coming back. Like, is Puka and Cooper coming back this week? I saw that number
Cup
and I was like, what
Cup
the
is
hell?
Cup is coming back, I believe.
Yeah, but he hasn't played in 6
Cup is
weeks or
coming.
5 weeks or whatever it is.
7 points is a lot, though. I mean, what do we? God, dude, but then again, I'm thinking like that number started, if I remember correctly, at 5.5. It's now at 7. I mean, that means some money's coming in on the Rams, and I mean, it's not like this Raiders team's anything. They're not worth shit.
Hey, Rams are coming off a bye week too.
That is true. That is true. And the Rams play good football, man. All their losses have been pretty close, except for that Cardinals game. The Raiders got blown out the last 2 games.
Their offensive line and defense suck.
Yeah, it's just another game where it's just too high for us to
Yeah.
even dabble in. I mean, you don't have a good offensive line.
And you know we love betting the Rams on this podcast.
I'm a big Rams bettor on this podcast, and anybody that watches it knows that. But we will not be taking -7 against the Raiders.
Yeah, no.
So
Absolutely not.
we'll move on. This game, we both love this game right here. You better take the entire mortgage and put it on this one. Chiefs at the 49ers.
Yeah.
49ers are -2. You know what? Just screw the 2. We'll take the money line at -120. 49ers are the
Chiefs
better
suck.
football team, and it's not even close. I mean, it's not even close in my opinion. If you look at, I know the records will tell you different, right? 5-0, 3-3. But if you look at point differential, I believe the 49ers are better in that aspect. If you actually watch the football games, the Chiefs, they're 5-0. They could be 1-4. They could be 2-3. Like a lot of stuff like had to happen in the games for them to win those games. So they are. I think the 5-0 is a little suspect. They have not played the best football offensively. If you get Patrick Mahomes and you keep him in the pocket, he's not the best in the pocket. What happens is when he gets outside the pocket, when he can create, that's not good for the 49ers. So we need Bosa and those boys to keep him inside that pocket, and Fred Warner, all those dudes to just show up, and I think they get the job done. They can play defense and hold that Chiefs offense to what most of these teams have this year. Then I think the 49ers win this game easily because Brock Purdy is a dude.
Yeah, I agree with all those things. I think Brock Purdy's impressed everybody this year with all his talent out. He's still balling. And yeah, I agree with everything you said. And like also like The Chiefs have looked awful. Like they've won these games, half of these games because they get bailed out by either a no call or a call. Like it just blows my mind. Like the Kyle Pitts, like no PI.
Oh, that was
Oh
terrible.
my God! Like literally worse than what they called the week previously. Like come on, dude. Like you got to stick to your guns at least. So yeah, I think everyone's starting to catch on to this kind of, and I think if they get bailed out again, like eventually people are just gonna be like, "Yo, this is fucking rigged." Like, this is plain and simple rigged. So I think that eventually they have to lose, and what better team than the team that they beat in the Super Bowl? I think the 49ers
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
are a way better team. This is a revenge spot. And yeah, it's just this is an easy pick. I mean. Not to mention, like, good luck trying to get the run started on this defense. Like, you're not going to be able to run the ball in this defense, so they're going to be forcing Mahomes to throw the ball every time, and they're basically going to be just playing with his eyes the whole entire time. Because guess what? You can't run.
They
the
don't have a
ball.
running back either. That's another thing. I mean,
Exactly.
I guess they had that they have Kareem Hunt or whatever, but I mean, he's a
Yeah,
little bit out of the prime. So,
yeah, exactly.
um, I mean, I think you just look at it, and the 49ers are a better football team,
Yeah,
and we will take the better football at home. We'll take them at home, better football team at home, every day of the week. So,
absolutely.
um, we'll
Absolutely.
move on to Sunday Night Football. Jets at the Steelers. Jets are a 2-point favorite. Um, Obviously some big news with Devontae going to New York, teaming up with Aaron Rodgers again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But another big news with the Steelers
Yeah, that's the news I
moving
was
away
sharing,
from
man.
Justin Fields to
Fucking
Russell
morons.
Wilson. So, in my opinion, I think the Jets are the better football team because one,
Fucking morons.
offensively they looked really good last week, and then you add Devontae into that mix. You can't double Garrett Wilson anymore. So
You got to put your second best guy on
if you
Garrett
double
Wilson.
Devontae, then Garrett Wilson's one on one. If you try to double both of them, then hey, guess what? We're going to run the ball with Brees Hall or Braylon Allen,
Yeah.
right?
No
So I think
excuses
that
this week for the Jets.
it opens up their offense a ton. And then if you go to the Steelers side, Russell Wilson hasn't played a game in a long time, like actual football. Started a game in a very long time. He's going to be really rusty, and it's not like the Jets defense is bad. Like the Jets, it's a solid bunch. I think they're a
Hmm.
top 10 defense. So we'll take the Jets. This is going to be an official play. We'll take the Jets money line at -130.
Hmm. Yeah, and also just a little free pick for you guys. Go ahead and take the Jets plus 500 to win the AFC East. Because I'm telling you right now, the way that this offense, it sounds crazy, but this is the missing piece that they needed to, one, take pressure off of Garrett Wilson. And me and Troy talked about this. Like, two things. Mike Williams has looked awful. He has looked terrible. He has looked like a shell of himself. That that route that he ran and slipped, and then like me and Troy were watching First Taker get up, whatever it was, and they're talking about, oh, that was Aaron Rodgers' fault, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, the motherfucker literally slipped and fell on his route. Like, if Mike Williams doesn't
Well, he
slip on
ran the
that
wrong
route,
route.
yeah, one, he runs the wrong route, but also if he doesn't slip right there, he probably makes the catch because he's a big bodied guy. Like, he goes
Yeah,
up
he
and
ran
high
the wrong
points that.
route at first. Aaron Rodgers said it in the presser.
Yeah,
He's supposed to run a go route and go cut out. He ran an
right.
M freaking go route, which then was next to I don't know if it was
The
Lazard or
safety.
whoever was in that slot.
Oh no, he was trying to take
But
him away from the safety too, though.
right. Well, they were both running goes, but Mike was supposed to be going out,
Right,
and he
towards the
ran
sideline.
in, which made them really close together.
Right. And so, yeah, he ran the wrong route. And then also another thing that we looked at is, or at least for this AFC East bet, is the remaining schedule for the Jets. Like, they could win out. They could seriously win out. And if they win this game and look good this game, you better believe I'm going to be riding that shit all the way to the end of the season, because I really think that they can win the AFC East. I mean, the only competition they have this year is the Bills, and I think the Bills are terrible. I don't think the Bills are very good at all. I think that there's a specific game plan to beat the Bills, and if you can follow that game plan, it's pretty simple and easy. You contain Josh Allen. You don't let him get outside the pocket. You don't let him use his legs, and you force him to make the mistakes he likes to make in the passing game. But yeah, so give me the Jets in this game money line, and also go join the Discord and AFC East. And Rich, the Jets are good. Fuck off.
Oh, that's a Patriots fan for you.
Yeah, that's a
Moving
Patriots fan
on.
for you.
Monday Night Football. We got two games. Ravens at the Buccaneers. Ravens are a 3.5 point favorite on the road. Total 49.5. Um, I, I mean that's a lot of points on the road to be. I mean the Buccaneers have played solid football. Their offense this year has been really good with Godwin, Evans, the running game, Bucky Irving, and also Baker's taking another step forward this year as well after last year. I think 3.5 is way too much, Colm. I think I would lean Buccaneers plus 3.5 at home. Not saying they're going to win, obviously, but that's a lot of points, brother, on the road. 3.5.
Yeah.
That's saying if we were to take this back to Baltimore, it'd be what 6.5, 7, and I don't see that either. So,
Mm.
um, I would lean. I mean, I really want to take Buccaneers for the team here, but I know you're kind of suspect about it. Um,
Um.
just don't see like that Ravens defense isn't the same, and that Buccaneers offense is for real.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. One thing that scares me is the Ravens secondaries looked like shit, but I mean they have some talent back there. But I mean the secondaries looked awful. The only thing that scares me is the Bucks the first half of that game against Spencer Rattler last week made him look unreal. Like Spencer Rattler literally came back from what, like down 28-0 to like tie it. Like
Well, they scored 27 in that second quarter alone, and that was it. That's all they
yeah,
scored.
that's the
I
thing is
mean,
like
there were some turnovers in there. It wasn't like he was starting on the damn 25 and driving down the field every time. There was other stuff that happened to let them score 27 points in a quarter, but they
for
didn't score
sure.
a point. They didn't score a point in the first, third, or
But I'm
fourth.
saying that sloppy type of football will get you blown out by the Ravens. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Bucks are going to score.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think the Ravens, the way that they started off this year, are on a war path, and I just do not want to get in the way of that war path. That's a scary football team. So there's just so much talent on both
Uh,
sides of the ball, and that team is just that.
I'll say the Buccaneers stopped the run really well with Vita Vea in there.
Yeah,
And the
but
Ravens want to run the football, so
yeah,
it's one of those. We'll talk about it more, but you know where I lean on it.
mm,
And we'll move on to the last game of the week: Chargers at the Cardinals, exclusively on ESPN Plus.
money grab.
Chargers are a 2.5 point favorite on the road. Um, I mean, let's be real, man. The Chargers are not that much better than the Cardinals to be a, a favorite on the road.
Yeah, but the type of football that Jim Harbaugh plays does not set up for the Cardinals very well. I will say the pound it down your throat style offense can really hurt the Cardinals. And if the Chargers control this time of possession in this game, I think that they could run away with it. But
I like the Cardinals, brother.
see, I'm leaning more Chargers.
Well, then we are not taking it.
But that's another team that I think is sneaky good. I think the Chargers are sneaky good. I think they got to
Well,
they got to get a little bit more. Herbert's getting healthy. He's not limping around anymore. So I don't know. The Chargers are scary right now. I think that's
yeah,
a good
it's
ball
it's
club.
one of those games. It's on ESPN Plus. You never know what's going to happen. Might as well just not even talk about it anymore and move on because it's just it's one of those games we just don't want to. If we're disagreeing on it, then
Yeah,
that means we can't do it.
probably means
So
it's a coin flip.
it's going flip, and it's on ESPN Plus as well.
Mm.
So with that being said, that is week 7 for our ATS NFL show.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in, and hey, we're still positive. We're gonna keep that streak rolling. So
Keep it
thanks
rolling.
everybody.
Great numbers. Great
Appreciate you.
numbers.